development and to carry out projects there and to use tax increment to facilitate those actions. As you're aware, we've seen considerable amount of activity over there in terms of development over the last couple of years. So for many years, the RDA really had no budget or a very small one. But we're now starting to see some momentum pick up there and more property taxes being collected. Next year, we project $475,000 in property tax receipts for the RDA area. We also include in the budget a $15,000 transfer from the general fund that's related to a contract that we have with one of the businesses over there that was producing sales tax, and they get a portion of that returned to them every year. So we transfer those dollars to the RDA to be distributed under that contracted incentive agreement. That's one of the expenses, and then there are some incentive payments for return of improvements that were made within the project area by developers using that tax increment that's been generated. Attorney Penrod, maybe you'll have to remind me, but we've only got 2 years left in the project area? 3? 2? Okay. We're coming up on the closure of the project period in the RDA.
Are we the only entity that's collecting from that, or is there county or school district or anybody else, or is that simply Springville City?
The portion that is in the budget is the RDA's portion. The others are foregoing their tax collection for the period of the project.
Yeah, net. Well, yeah, to improve it. But I just wondered if anybody was collecting now, because we used to get a little bit from these. Very little.
Very
So-
small ones.
Can you use the
So-
mic for the broadcast?
So let me just make sure I'm clear on this. So at the end of 2 years or whatever it is, then the RDA ceases to exist and
The
tax collection,
Yeah, the RDA will still be there. It's still a project area, but the ability to collect tax increment will cease to exist. The time period would have ran. Now we could, if the council wants to and the other taxing entities want to put something together to continue with it, they could. On this project area or in this project area, I think it's very unlikely that the other taxing entities would want to do something.
Okay.
So at that point, when property taxes are collected, they'll be dispersed to all the taxing entities within that area, which means Springville City, rather than Springville RDA, will collect its share of property tax. School district will get its, the drainage district will get its.
like it normally would be
Right.
everywhere else.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay, any other questions? Okay, I'll entertain a motion.
Make a motion to approve resolution number 2022-01R of the Redevelopment Agency of the City of Springville, Utah, to adopt the tentative budget for fiscal year 2022 through 2023 and set a public hearing for adoption of the final budget on June 21st, 2022 at 6:50 p.m.
Great,
I'll second.
great. That's a roll call vote. Jason,
Yes.
Mike,
Yes.
Liz,
Yes.
Craig,
Yes.
Chris.
Yes.
Great.
I'll motion to approve the minutes from May 3rd, 2022 to be prepared and emailed to each member of the redevelopment agency. The board will have 10 days to review the minutes and submit any changes to the secretary. If after 10 days there are no changes, the minutes will stand approved. If there are changes, the process will be followed until all changes are made and the board is in agreement.
Great. Have a motion?
Second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, any other questions for the RDA?
I'll make a motion to adjourn the RDA meeting.
Second?
I'll second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Okay, we'll stand adjourned until 7. Yep, 4 minutes.
Yeah.
You pushed for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's all